Javelins, freelancers, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another update from Anthem Universe. I am but one of your hosts, Olgaz, and today we are talking Cataclysm. In particular, the first week of Cataclysm, of course, now has passed, and we are up to our very first refresh, our seasonal store refresh, and additional content dropping in the Cataclysm. So today we're going to talk about three things. Number one is the refresh. Number two is the changes, the new mission that you'll see appear in the Echoes of Reality today. And number three, the additional challenges that will be dropping for you. And I'm excited to say that all three look interesting, although to be fair, there may be some disappointment because unfortunately the one thing that you're not going to see for this week is a new weapon. Now there are 9 exotic weapons, of course, within the content for Cataclysm, but as far as we can see from here, there is not going to be a weapon drop for this week, and I'm a little bit disappointed in that. I think that one weapon, even just one for this second week, would probably have kept the momentum and the excitement that I think that a lot of freelancers have with the new content. It's pretty universal right now that anyone who's returning to Anthem is really enjoying the Cataclysm runs, the Cataclysm challenges, and the content. However, an additional weapon might go down pretty well, I feel. So it's sad to see, but that said, there is still some good content, there is still some good stuff coming out of the seasonal store, so let's take a look at that first, and then we'll jump into the new content and challenges. So, as I mentioned, the seasonal store refresh includes a melee weapon. Now, this is a continuation from last week. If you go into the seasonal store, you can buy a war chest, which will give you a melee weapon randomized. Number two is you'll be able to access a gear set. So, in addition to your melee weapon, there'll be one gear set randomized for a javelin, and that will appear, of course, once you purchase this with your trade-in crystals. Some freelancers have raised some concerns that this randomization is causing a little bit of chaos because naturally you're getting things like storm pieces when you're running a main or an interceptor. Unfortunately, that is the way it's designed. I agree, in some cases it might be nice for them to actually just give you the gear for the equipped javelin that you're using, but at the same time I also understand the importance of randomization that they're using with this game type. So that said, that's what we've got in terms of the war chest. In terms of the armor, woof, this is where things start to heat up. Of course, the Shard Torrent armor pack that I showed on a previous video for the Cataclysm is going live today. So this is going to be pretty cool, pretty exciting. A lot of you saw the equivalent for this for the Colossus in the first week. This is, of course, the next version, but of course for the Storm. The next few things include wraps, graphics, decals, etc. And you can see all those on screen here. We've got a Fractured Twilight wrap, which is not too shabby. There's an Amethyst Gemstone material, which will be dropping for your use. Night Lattice, Emerald Warp, Cobalt Warp, and Amber Warp all across the graphic and decal front. Lastly, we've got arrivals and emotes. In terms of the animations, we've got the Kung Fu Bring It and Excited to Come Here, which no doubt will show those animations when they go live later on today. The second part of this update, as I mentioned, was new content for the Cataclysm. The Echoes of Reality changes, of course, include a new event called Diana's Landing. Now, you're all fairly familiar with the 3 core events that are sitting inside Cataclysm. I should add at this point that if you are going on your runs, try and explore a bit further and dive into some of the other areas. I'll do a separate video on that briefly today, but it's just an important part to remember. A lot of people I'm noticing are doing the 3 core areas that you commence with and then running straight to Vara. Now this is great, it obviously gives you a very, very quick speed run, but it does very little for your points, and you'll probably find that you're hitting less than 1 million at the very most in some cases if you do that. So we'll talk about some other strategies to that, but this is going to be a nice additional area to farm your extra joy in Anthem. They've mentioned here that it is located in the Dominion Foothold District, and you'll be facing the Rift Master in a brand new puzzle. We haven't seen that as yet, so very excited to see what's to come when that drops today. Secondly, the inversions have changed, of course. Obviously, with each change to the Cataclysm and each revision, there'll be new inversions. And of course, inversions are modifiers to your existing game type. The 2 ones that you're going to see drop in here are Lightning Rod, which is close range kills involving chain lightning for nearby enemies, and Close Encounters. Shotguns and machine pistols deal increased damage. So welcoming modifiers if you choose to engage, but nonetheless will give you more points if you leverage those inversions. Now, third and final is the Cataclysm challenges. So each revision of the Cataclysm will involve new challenges, and this week we are seeing 4 specific challenges that are related to each individual Javelin suit. Now, they're granted a melee weapon in week 1, now you get a gear piece, and these can be repeated daily. So the 4 arena challenges are Power of the Storm, Heart of the Ranger, Strength of the Colossus, and Speed of the Interceptor. And all you have to do is complete 3 Cataclysm arenas using either of these javelins throughout the week, and you of course will achieve your daily. Pretty straightforward, but nonetheless important for the Cataclysm as it continues. Now, of course, these continue alongside the other daily and weekly challenges that you'll see in the Cataclysm menus as well. That's probably it in terms of the Cataclysm updates. It's been a really exciting week. The Discord has been jumping, the Twitter is on fire, we're dropping things left, right and center. It's just been an absolute excitement of a week to finally see Anthem back in full flight and to see the love out there. So thanks freelancers for enjoying and engaging with Anthem Universe. Of course, more is to come. If you haven't jumped into the guilds with Anthem Universe, please make sure you do. Of course, we've got guilds active across all 3 platforms, PC, Xbox and PlayStation, and the name of the guild is of course Anthem Universe. Of course, that's still active for Xbox and PlayStation. The PC guild has filled up, so we've created a second Anthem Universe guild for the PC players, which is of course called Anthem Space U2. That's Anthem U2. So feel free to jump in. You can of course follow the links in the description below to join the guilds and jump onto your iOS or Android platform to do so. I'm going to leave it there, freelancers. For Anthem Universe, I am Ogaz, and of course, Javelins, freelancers, we will see you next over the wall.